Yo, what's up? It's your boy Kups the Universe, aka Poet Lounge, aka Petey Mosberg. Alright? And today we're gonna destroy 3 illusions. Maybe 4, but 3 for now. 3 illusions that most everybody wake up every day and nobody even thinks about. Okay? So now, let's discuss how the planet and the stars and everything look. The sun is a star, okay? The sun is a star that's really close to our planet, okay? The sun is a very young star. It's a baby star. This solar system is a baby solar system. It really hasn't been around. What you counting as 15 billion years or whatever is probably the equivalent of 15 minutes. Alright? So just keep it 1,000 in an astrological time sense. Alright? Probably. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna front. Like, you gotta scale time way different when you're talking about God time and all that. Alright? So let's just say something like that. Right? Boom. You know you got our star, right? You got Mercury. You got Venus. You got Earth, the Moon. You got Mars. Then you got the asteroid belt. Then you got Jupiter. Then you got Saturn, right? Then you got Neptune, Uranus, and then Pluto. And I hope I said that right, because it might be the inverse, but I think I said it right. Let's just go. Either way, you fix it. If I flipped it the wrong way, whatever. You know what I mean, right? Every picture you ever seen had these planets on the equator belt of the sun. Meaning that all these planets, though they have their proper spaces in between them, are on the same plane. So think of a floor. Think of a floor. Everything is on that floor. Or equator is on that floor. Nah, everything is on that floor, right? Basically what I'm trying to show you is this, right? Every day, people say the sun moves from the east to the west. But here's the first illusion. The sun does not rotate around nothing. It does rotate around a black hole that's found in the center of the universe. The solar system, I mean. Alright? So it does rotate around something. But you wouldn't know that. Right? Because you never see the black hole. Right? In the center of the galaxy. And what's happening, you know how they tell you that everything is reversed and flipped? Like when light hits your eyes, the image is reversed and flipped, so it's like flipped and then upside down. You ever heard that when they say that an image, when light hits your retina, when you look at something, the light that's hitting your eyes is hitting the retina and then hitting the object? When it hits your eyes, your brain flips it upside, like it flips it from right side up to upside down and then from right to left. And that's what you see as what you're looking at, which means what you're looking at is actually flipped and flipped, right? Now I'm going to prove it. The reason why you see the earth and think that the sun is moving from the east to the west, right, is because the planet is spinning on its axis, right? From the west to the east. You're on an object that you believe to be stationary because you're so small that you can't notice the spin other than seeing what you think is the sun moving. But the sun is moving, but not how you think, because when the sun moves, all the planets move with it. Right? It's not spinning around in circles. It's moving through space and space. Through space. Time is a measure of movement. Time is a measure of movement. So when the planet is spinning, right, from east to west on its axis, no, from west to east, I'm sorry, when the planet is spinning from west to east on its axis, it gives us the appearance that the sun is moving from east to west, okay? That's like this, right? And you the camera. And if I'm spinning this object like this, right? Let's say north, south, right? Let's say east, west, for argument's sake. Because I don't know if that's the real, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But let's just say that's it, right? Now, as it's spinning, no, sorry, west, east, north, south. But all right, before I confuse you, right? The planet is spinning from west to east, and because it's spinning from west to east, the stationary object that's actually not moving at all, other than is moving the whole solar system, or is moving the whole stars, the solar system, right, through space. Because you don't notice that your planet is spinning, it makes that object look like it's spinning around your object. That makes sense? So, the sun is not moving from east to west. The sun is stationary as far as rotation is concerned. It rotates around a black hole. That makes sense. Right? And what you perceive as the east to west movement is actually the planet moving from west to the east, making that object look like it's moving. So as I'm moving this way, that object stays there. It looks like it's moving that way. You see what I'm saying? Second illusion. The sun is not above your head. The sun doesn't rise nor set. The sun is in the middle. Big ass star. Right? That if you put it in water, it probably could float. Hence why it's in the midst of space anyway, right? And everything is around its equator belt. So what we do when we walk off the planet and look up, because of gravity sticking us to the floor, when we're on the side of the planet, we're not falling off the planet because of gravity. So because we're looking up, because of gravity, it makes it appear like we're looking up. But we're actually looking off the side of the planet. Because the sun is like a big-ass flashlight. And the flashlight, that's why you get eclipses and stuff. Because things can move in between the beam of the flashlight and kind of shade it. If I put my hand in front of a flashlight that was shining in your face, you wouldn't see the rays of the light until I move it. You see what I'm saying? So the sun doesn't rise or set, nor does it rise in the east and set in the west. The sun is there. The planet Earth spinning from west to east, giving the appearance that the sun is moving from east to west. And because of gravity, when you stand on the side of the planet and look off the planet, it appears to be that you're looking up. So, because of that illusion, you think that the sun is rising and is setting. Now the third illusion, time zones. Time is only a measure of movement, of rotation of the earth. Now, if I have a big ass flashlight beam, it's a circle, right? And the earth is in that circle. As the earth is rotating from west to east, giving the illusion that the sun is rising in the east and setting in the west. That rotation, each creep or each dot, each degree of spin makes the sun like it's moving, right? But in actuality, the earth is moving. So time, what we consider time, is the measure of the Earth's spin around, right? Like if I'm facing the flashlight, my backside doesn't get the light. My back won't get that light because I'm facing the light. Only the front of my body is going to face the light. Now, if I start spinning slowly, right, to my left, it'll make an object look like it's going to my right, right? As I'm spinning, the flashlight is moving, inching, creeping over to every side that I'm spinning. So as I'm spinning now, it turns to my shoulders. And eventually it's going to be on my side. And then eventually it's going to be on this side. And as I keep spinning, it's going to be on my back. And my front is going to be away from the sun. That's what you call day and night. There is no day, there is no night. Because when one side of the planet is facing away from the sun, the other side is always facing the sun. If the planet was to stop spinning, one side would be stuck in darkness, one side would be in light. And that's why the moon, there's always a dark side to the moon, because the moon does not revolve or on its own axis. It just spins around the earth. And what you're seeing is the face. So it's like if I put an object in the center of me and I keep circling it, but I keep facing the object, you will never see my back if you use that object. Make sense? That's the third illusion. Time zones is only about me spinning the front of me to the back of me, and that light is staying in this place, but as I'm moving, it's changing, and the degrees of the change is to predict when that light is gonna, when my back is gonna be facing that, and when my front is gonna be facing that again. You see what I'm saying? Now, I just proved to you how things are flipped side to side, right? Like when I said the image hits your eyes, it flips upside down, and then it flips. It's like boom. So this right here is the object. When it hits your eyes, it's gonna be like this: boom, boom. This is how objects really look. Because when we looking at them, it's going unflip, flip. You see what I'm saying? That's why things look right side up. They're really upside down. It's another illusion. You know why I say that? Pisces represents the feet. Aries represents the head. When you look up in the sky, or what you think is the sky, you're looking from a side view, right? But you think you live on the top of the planet. Now, when you look up or sideways or whatever the fuck, right? You consider sideways, but it appears up. You're really looking from the bottom equator. That makes sense. Now, why I say that? Under Pisces is void. Like the Pisces is at the bottom of the constellation of stars that's in the sky. If you went to South America, you can see with a telescope the center of the universe. So now I'm thinking, if there's a center of the universe, mind you, you're probably still looking off the side of the planet. That's how it flips upside down, because of the location. If you have to go south to see the center of the universe, and on the north you cannot see the center of the, that means that the center of the universe is in the middle and you're looking at the bottom. Okay? Look at this yourself. Do some star constellation map charting. Look where the constellation. See where they positioned around this equator of the, this globe that's around the actual sun, and it's, you know what I'm saying? Such situation that's going around it. And you will see what I mean. We only see the bottom constellations if we was to look at a star map, because we're on the bottom hemisphere of the planet. Now I just proved to you, you got to look it up yourself. I might take some pictures and put it in the middle of here. I'm thinking. Two things. Objects are flipped upside down and right to left. It's flipped. What we see is going from east to west is actually going from west to east. And what we see as the top of something from our planet is actually the bottom half of our planet. Because the heavens, the center of the universe is in the center of the object. And if you look from the planet on the North America side, you only see the bottom constellations in correlation to star maps and such a matter. So now, that's the four illusions that we live every single day. And nobody really, most of the world does not recognize this. The sun does not rise nor set. Alright? And the sun is not rising in the east and setting in the west. Because how can it do that if it's not rising nor setting? That's only based on your spin of the planet. Giving you the illusion because you don't notice the spin as you walk. Or we be falling all over the place. Like, oh, it's spinning again. Oh, I'm dizzy. We're too small to feel the spin of the planet. So in observation of something off planet, it appears that everything off planet is moving. And a lot of things are moving off planet. But as far as the sun is concerned, it's not setting nor rising. Nor does it move from east to west. The planet is moving from west to east in its spin on its axis. And that's giving the illusion of it rising in the east and setting in the west, accompanied with the fact that gravity sticks you to the planet, and no matter what side of the planet you come out on, you could be standing literally on the side of the planet. Wherever you are on the planet is going to look like the bottom, the floor, wherever the floor is on your side of the planet, whether it's the side, whether it's the top, whether wherever on the planet you are, is going to always appear to be the bottom because you're stuck to it like gravity. Which means whatever you see when you look in the direction opposite of the floor or the ground that you're stuck to is going to appear to be the sky, which is definitely space all around the planet, but it's going to appear to be above your head. And that's what gives the illusion of something, the sun rising and setting, the rotation and the fact of gravity. Okay? Then you got the spin and the degrees of the spin giving you the illusion of time zones. Giving you the illusions of time zones. Meaning that in the space that in New York is now, it'll take 3 hours for LA to be in that same spot. And why is that? It's because that west is moving. Yo, it's crazy. It's because the spin of the planet, basically. Alright? And like I said, the planet is spinning in the opposite what you see. So because the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, I'm guaranteeing you the planet spins from the west going toward the east. And that's the degrees of the spin is what gives you your time zone. Time is just a measure of movement, of rotation, based on the planet's spin. And because of the center of the galaxy, you know, the cluster where all the stars are at, and the little home with the little star nursery, where stars are born, because you have to go to the southern hemisphere to see that, and because when you're in the northern hemisphere you only see star constellations that if you had a star map would be considered on the bottom of the constellation wall or ball that we look off, that little equator thing, you know what I'm saying? The equator of that will be the zodiac signs, right? That proves to you that north is really south and south is really north. But because of how we are on the planet and people telling us things, we think that north is up and south is down. When in all actuality, in space, the south is actually the northern hemisphere and the northern hemisphere is actually the southern hemisphere. That's why they say Africa is the horn of Africa, and the bottom of Africa is really the top. And that's why the Nile River flows up from the bottom of Africa to the top of what appears to be that, because it's actually the top flowing to the bottom. So this is your boy Kups the Universe, and those are like 4 major illusions. You do your research, you look it up yourself, you tell me if I'm correct, I know I'm correct, you do the research, you know what I'm saying, and break these illusions, starting with that and go further. Peace.